Alright, what's up everybody? We are back. Take two of this actually. Just kind of my thoughts on what the next Dragon Ball Fighters tier list should be. Just kind of going over. I already put everything up together. Even did a little bit of changes before I realized my recording was off. So we're just gonna kind of go through it quick again. Top to bottom. Just really go over the thoughts on practically every character and what they kind of could buff. So Android 21, they really do. She needs to be another focus again with her and his patch. They need to do something to really take away that spin. That spin is her biggest threat now. Especially if you've seen it in top 8, that thing crosses up, leads to a lot of damage, it gets you in good situations. It goes past Key Blast, and they decided to not give this guy that same ability. So it kind of annoys me. They also this is the prime example of them taking away stuff from characters and then giving it to someone else DLC wise. Because she has a lot of stuff that let's see, who is it? See, double supers. Go this Goku was completely crippled by that, and the next thing you know, oh yeah, let's reverse that and give that because we're gonna give that to Android 21. But it's this patch should revolve around her because there was a tweet that I made because there's a chart for just the pools alone, the round robin matches. She was on every single team, and that wasn't in top 8. And so, I said, they saw that and immediately went, "We need another patch out now." Now, obviously, I think they just need a little bit of touch up. These two blue fusions just give it a little bit of maybe tone down a little bit or make everyone on their level, but they're not as bad as them. I've never been on the thought that Gogeta and Vegito are just different tiers. I always thought the rest of the cast can do something about them. Now, Zamasu, before this list started, he was in the keep, but I did see a little bit of something where a lot of characters can't really combat his flight, and you kind of did see it in the World Finals. So honestly, just give it a little tiny, like, kind of make it slower a little bit. Something like that so these other casts can actually do something against that. Because I swear the other player was getting bullied during that one match. You'll know if you watched it. Now, oh boy. Gotenks has been buffed for 3 years now. I mean, bugged for 3 years now. I don't get why they can't just fix it. And UI Goku as well. Just you can't do a super dash outside of a beam. So where in the corner, Super Saiyan Goku can do a Kamehameha super dash, and it's still a combo. You can't connect the super dash with UI Goku. Now here's the problem as well. Let's see. Gohan can do the corner beam. Where is Krillin can probably do the corner beam. Yamcha, I've seen Yamcha do the corner beam. Goku Black can. Why can't UI Goku? I just don't get it. It's just so it feels like it's a guarantee that they don't playtest that. And it's I'm pretty sure even Cooler can actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, Cooler can do a full combo with a beam and the super dash. But it's crazy. These characters, it's been 2 years now almost, and it never got looked into. So moving on, I would say these guys need a tiny buff. I would say 16 and 21. They kind of both fit in the same spot. Let's say just give them their level 3 Oki. And then those characters you don't need to touch anymore. We're good. Cooler, I would say he's as much and slightly buff as well as maybe needs something new. But he just maybe needs a little bit different to get that kind of mix-up game going with his playstyle. Nappa and Ginyu, I think the same thing. They're both kind of connected together with their problems. I think they both need to execute their game plan at such a specific moment. Like, there needs to be specific setups and specific things you need to do while, let's say Android 17, you could do those anywhere, any situation. You could catch a hit, and then you're full into those combos, and you're good. These two, you need you don't need. It's not that drastic, but you need like the stars aligned. Now, most of these characters, like this game's pretty well balanced, I would say. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look at where is that little rat? These two just fixed their assist. You didn't need to really cripple their assist. They just need a little bit toned down. But like they did kind of shoot them in the legs. Alright, so let's say Goku, Super Saiyan Goku might need a little bit of a buff. Actually, no, you don't. They made his legs, they made his like Tatsu a DP. We're good with that. Let's see. Tien's definitely solid. I feel like there's nothing much they need to change. Roshi is very underrated, I would say. Piccolo, I feel like everyone knows they could definitely keep as well. Kid Buu is still a monster. I don't get why people would say he's bad, but I don't know. Maybe you could buff base Goku. I don't know. There's not much of like what he's doing. It's all pretty simple, like Super Saiyan Goku. He just has a grab. Videl, you know what? We buff Videl by giving her a reflect. Granted, if you get the dodge, it's actually pretty good, but like, I still could use a reflect, but hit might actually be nerfed after a little tweet where Hiroki congratulated, I think it was Wade. She's like, oh, your playstyle really intrigued me, and everyone's like, yep, hit's getting nerfed. But I don't feel like they really need to nerf him. I would say hit's gameplay is actually pretty good. Probably a far cry better than what he was before. Janemba might be the best anchor in the game. There's no need to touch him at all. Jiren, I would say, is pretty good. Also underrated. Blue Goku, he's still very solid. Am I going over? Oh, I missed him. Teen Gohan, maybe you could give him a little bit more, but I really wouldn't. I'd really keep him the same. He's still good. Gohan at like level 7 is like around this tier. He's actually like insane. But because you need to get there, you need to waste 7 bars a meter. He definitely is in the keep range. Blue Vegeta is very underrated. I don't know how he's flown under the radar so much. Obviously, he's not. I would not say he's up here, but he's still pretty good. I would even say he's better than Android 18, but still, like, super good. 17, we talked about him. I don't think they need to really go too far into him, but let's see. Broly and Broly, I feel like if you touch upon them too much, they're actually just that good. Like, bro, you need to be careful how you touch these two Brolys, or else they could go on a tear. Especially like this Broly going on a tear again. Beerus, I would say Beerus is actually pretty good. Maybe, actually, nah, just keep Beerus. Base Vegeta is still, still rocking as a top tier. He has gone a little bit under, but I would say he's still in a very strong position. 18 and Gogeta, two very dominant forces. I've seen a lot of people say nerf Gogeta, but I don't really see a reason to. I feel like you need to, compared to Blue Gogeta, you definitely need to work harder. Kefla, I would say, she's a strong character, but she's not strong enough compared to like the top people on the team. So Krillin is definitely underrated. Maybe actually you could buff Boo, now that I'm thinking about it. Like Boo has nothing to combat these guys at all. He's one of those characters that I mentioned, like cannot touch Zamasu if he's in the air. So now I'm thinking just buff him down. Just keep them down to buff. Cell, Kid Buu, I would say they all gone kind of underrated. Kid Buu is definitely still still very good with, like, what is it, 6 overheads or something like that. Piccolo, Roshi, Tien, all of them. Maybe Roshi. No, not Roshi. Never mind. Roshi has a cross up. Yeah, Piccolo is still very strong. I think a lot of this is just like these characters are very good. It's just these guys are better. That's the real issues with fighters. Is everyone is solid, just they're not solid enough. Let's see. We already talked about these guys. Next, we're going on to like where I think characters really need. Like these 21 and the fusions need to be the focus of the nerfs. These guys should be the focus of the buffs. Goku Black actually will move to slightly buff. He still has a lot of tools. Just I feel like if you give him a little bit more, he could actually be like joining someone like Blue Goku in that very solid range. Frieza is one of the worst characters in the game. Outside of Golden, I would say he doesn't really have much that you wouldn't know. I think that's kind of a deficit to Frieza being a day one character too. Is like there's nothing changed to him, like nothing at all has really affected him, especially even in terms of like in-game mechanics. Like nothing has come to like directly help Frieza, even like DLC characters, where let's say if you run Blue Gogeta, this guy is a very good tool to use with him. Nothing like that works for Frieza, and it really has like deterred him away from everyone else. Boo, we kind of mentioned it. He needs a little bit more tools to help, fight these other characters off. Bardock has just kind of he had that really dominant run in season 1 and 2, and they kind of went, let's tone him down, and then we gave everyone buffs, but Bardock didn't get much. So just give him a little bit more. Give him his level 3 Oki back, like I said with 16 and 21, and I think we'll be good. Now, these might be the 3 worst characters in the game. Trunks needs massive buffs, to where you remember how some people will. Blue Goku in the past, like you could not get a sliding knockdown in mid screen for most of the part unless you spent meter. They went up and fixed that. Trunks needs that immediately because how are you gonna get Heat Dome without spending like 4 bars in mid screen? Then you might have to spend, half of the bar to get some pressure in, some Oki in. It just doesn't work, especially when, these characters get it for free. Like, Trunks works for what other characters can do for nothing. Vegeta has no mix. If you give him, like, base Vegeta mix, I feel like this character would be here. He'd be good. He'd probably be better than base Vegeta with his zoning. But it's like, he has nothing, really. His dive kick doesn't do anything. Like, he just needs, like, a major reworking. It's why he's down here. Yamcha, give him his former glory back. Like, make it to where he has good mix, he has good pressure. Maybe fix it to where, I don't know, maybe his down heavy in the air actually gives you some good combo routes. Fix his damage. He does not do much damage, especially compared to the rest of the cast. Like, don't be afraid to give Yamcha something. He was already good in season 1. Let him be up here with everyone else. So just kind of going through it again, I would say we're practically done. I feel confident in this list. Please tell me if you disagree. If anything on this list, maybe there's characters that need to be, buffed out. Maybe some of them need to be nerfed. Or maybe you don't feel like, hey, maybe let's not, maybe keep her for now. Let's just make everyone up to her, which I don't agree on. I'll say it right now. They've had that mentality for like 2-3 patches, and we're at this situation now where she's on every single team, and not many people like it at all. So I feel like we need to get rid of that mentality because it's also in Guilty Gear Strive. To where, we have Happy Chaos, Going Wild. Nago, he did receive a nerf, but like, it's not nearly as much as people think. You just need to actually play around it, and it's not that bad. So I feel like their mentality needs to change, and hopefully, because this might be the final patch. They literally said, "Hey, we're done," and I figured because they said the same thing with rollback, it's very likely that they do. But I feel like this could very well be the last hurrah for DBFZ until we get DBFZ 2. So once again, tell me how you feel. Just please like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to do better with, uploading constantly now. So, thank you everyone for whoever's still watching at this point. Thank you, and bye.